Boys and girls, today we will be starting your robot drawings. These are a few examples just to show you kind of how these are going to come together. We'll be drawing first, outlining them with Sharpie or black marker, and then we'll be using colored pencils to fill them in and add our color. So kind of be thinking about what your robot might look like or what it might be doing in your picture. In your Google Classroom, you will have plenty of helper handouts to look at, so you can follow along by kind of starting with one of your head shapes, adding a body, and then moving on to arms and legs. There's this other really nice sheet that has a bunch of examples with extra little gears and knobs and buttons and screens to add, so you don't have to use these, but they're really nice if you just kind of need a little extra help to get started and give you some inspiration. So I'm going to start with my sheet of paper here, and something that you can do, especially if we are at school, is use a template or a stencil to start drawing your robot. If you're at home, you can cut these out of maybe a piece of cardboard from a little box, even if it's just a cereal box, just something to give you a nice sturdy outline. You could even use things like lids to create circles, so just an easy way to get some more, nicer shapes if you want to have something that's a little straighter on the edges. Or you can just go ahead and draw it on your own. It does not have to be perfectly straight and even. So I'm going to just start with my robot's head here. And I'm going to be using Sharpie so you can see it, but you're going to use pencils so you can erase it if you need to. We are going to build our robot using shapes. So very simple shapes that we can connect to create our robot bodies. So you don't have to overcomplicate this. Just think about things being divided into big shapes. So I'm going to start with my head here, and then I'm going to make my body. I'm going to look at these helper handouts here, and I think I'm going to do a body that kind of has almost like a shirt attached to a skirt. So we'll add our body there, kind of a little skirt shape. And then I like to wear stripes a lot, so I think I'm going to make my robot be wearing stripes. And I can make my neck to kind of connect my parts here. Let's see, we'll just give it some lines like this. So your robot can become very colorful, or if you want it to stay just a little more like a traditional metal kind of robot, you can absolutely do that too. We'll go ahead and add our robot's eyes. We'll take these here, just add some simple circles. And if you just want to even choose at random from the sheet here, you can just see what your robot turns into. You don't necessarily have to have, a clear vision or making it a self-portrait or anything. I'm going to add some little kind of flower shapes to the edge of my eyes here. Anywhere that you can add extra little lines, designs, decor is really just going to enhance the overall look of your robot here. There we go. You could add eyelashes, you could add glasses, anything that you can think of for your robot here. We'll just give it some eyes in the middle. Okay, let's see. So now our robot is going to need a mouth, and we'll just do kind of this robotic mouth here that kind of is going to come up from the bottom. Actually, we'll just make it this rectangle. You could add lips to your robot if you want to. I'm just going to keep it simple here and add a little mouth. We'll do some antennas on the sides. These will be my ears and kind of like little antennas. And then we'll continue our flower shape there. So you can make your robot kind of like a self-portrait if you would like to. If you want to think about maybe a bow that you always wear, or a hat, or if your function of your robot is maybe going to relate to the overall look of it. Just kind of think about, which route you would like to take with yours. So I could add hair to my robot, or I could maybe just add some antennas on the top, like little light up kind of controls here. So I think I'm gonna add those as kind of little hair sprigs. We'll kind of make them look like they're lighting up. So also be thinking about what you might want your robot to do. What's kind of its special function or power that it's going to have? What's it going to help you be able to do? I know that my robot is going to have a couple arms, because sometimes when I'm at school, I wish that I would have about 8 arms on either side of my body so that I could help multiple people at the same time. So I think I'm going to put these little loopies here, and I'm going to make them come out and have different types of arms. So I will be able to extend my arms through the classroom and help out multiple people at a time if I need to. So mine will have a bunch of arms. So think about what you would like your robot to do. Will it help you do your chores? Will it have rocket boosters on its feet so you can run really fast on the soccer field? Will it help you clean your room? Will it help you take care of your brothers and sisters? What will your robot do? So after you get kind of the working down our body here, we're going to do our legs. Your legs could be rollers. They could be, spiky. They could have multiple shapes and pieces to them. They could be, kind of like a wheel, like I said, a roller. So think about what your legs could turn into. And I'm just going to make some simple ones, I think. Just like that. And then I'll add some more stripes. Always nice to have an area for pattern and color. There we go. And I think I'm going to add some polka dots to my skirt, because then I will have plenty of different areas for color. And I want my robot to be nice and colorful. So if you have a lot of space left around your scene, you could figure out where you might want your robot to be. So is your robot going to be at the beach? Will it be at school? Will it be at the soccer field? Will it be at home helping you clean your room? So if you have a lot of space left over in your background, you could create more of a space around that to show maybe where your robot is going to be living. After you draw your robot, Sharpie it, erase your pencil lines, you are going to think about your craftsmanship, because we are going to color these. At school, we will be using colored pencil, but if you are at home, you can use whatever you have available. So markers, crayons, whatever is easiest. You can even paint your robot if you want to. So whatever materials that you have at home. This is kind of an example that we like to show during class. If you are at home on your Google Classroom, this example is on Google Classroom, but you can see the difference between taking the time to color your robot nice and neatly, maybe outline or add in some darker shades with markers, and then rushing through your robot. Okay, so please, please, please remember to take your time while you are at home, because if we were doing this at school, our robots would take a couple of days. Okay, so please make sure that you are always taking your time, using your best effort in craftsmanship, and we cannot wait to see what you guys come up with.